loves. It's me, Love Jones. This is going to be a collective reading, so whatever comes out, take whatever fits you, leave the rest. This is for whoever needs to hear whatever this is. It's for everyone, anyone, anybody can get it. So let's see. What is going on? You know what? Instead of starting with the tarot first, let's see. Use some of my other cards. I rarely ever use my index cards anymore. See what's going on with these things. What's going on with the index cards? Yeah, unexpected income and you're hired. Confident. So somebody needs to have some type of confidence. Yeah. Have confidence. If somebody in the background been trying to knock that confidence, you need to look over insecure people, because a lot of times when they target someone confident, it takes an insecure person to target someone else's confidence. So you have some type of unexpected income coming. See a drama queen, could have been that drama queen in the background. Someone feels like they're not worth anything, so they're trying to make you feel like you're not worth anything. I'm even looking at using others to make you jealous here. And so you could have had the case of someone having other people do things to you, but this comes from an insecure person themselves, y'all. So have confidence moving forward. Don't let them take you out of your element, whatever your element is, because you do have some type of unexpected income coming. And with this, you hired, someone could be wanting to hire you. T.I. came out. If you are in that world, then maybe you are. Maybe that's something that's it's possible to happen for you. T.I. could also be a targeted individual here, and with this using others to make you jealous, I really feel like that's what this was. And then marriage. I see marriage. Something to do with the marriage, possibly. This could have been an insecure person within the marriage, trying to do the most, using others to try to make you jealous here, try to make you feel some type of way because they feel some type of way about their life. For people like that, I mean, do the work on yourself. Do the work on yourself. You can't bring someone down because you feeling like trash on the inside. That's a you problem. The minute you stop focusing on everyone else and doing the work within yourself, then you feel a lot better about life, and you'll feel a lot better about people. That's for someone to have you feeling insecure. You must feel like they have something that you lack. And if you focus on what you feel like you are short of in your life, then you wouldn't be so upset about being around people who have certain qualities that you may not have. You know? Be proud of who you are and the qualities that you carry. And if you don't like the fact that you lack some, then work on getting whatever it is you feel like you lack. But if you're spending all your time focused on somebody else, you're going to always fall short. You're going to always see somebody else with what it is you don't have. You're going to always feel some type of way when they come around, because you're looking at them and you feel like they are better than you in some type of way. And It's making you feel some type of way about yourself here. So work on yourself instead of attacking people. And for the person that's being attacked, don't let anyone come for your confidence. Remain steadfast. Keep doing whatever it is you're doing. Because you must be doing something good when people look at you and feel like they have to tear down your confidence in order to make themselves feel better. So keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. I said also you have some type of unexpected income coming in. Someone may want to hire you. I'm looking at this money list and liability, and you know what I feel is someone could have also hired someone here. But that using others to make you jealous, they could have hired someone to come for you here. They could have hired someone, and the someone who they hired that was a bad investment here was taking their time and coming for you because they felt insecure. Insecure about not being able to complete the job that they received. Insecure about not being able to please an individual. Something here. Someone was hired. Someone was given a job here, and it was a bad idea. Someone lost. This was something they thought. Look, I'm even looking at this on the bottom of the deck. This was someone they thought would be a good investment here. It turned out to be a liability here. Someone may have even caused someone to lose some type of money here. And so someone may be, this may be the case, someone may be, look, choices, bad choices. Someone made a choice to hire someone, and maybe it was between you and someone else here. And they made a choice to sit you to the side and invest in someone else. But guess what? It was a bad investment here. With this using others to make you jealous, they probably thought you would be jealous. You would come running to them, chasing after them. You would put in even more work to prove yourself worthy of whatever this is right here. They made a bad choice. It was a bad investment here. And whatever they thought they were doing, it didn't work. Given to someone while judging someone else. But what happened is they were given to the person that was a liability here. They were given to the person that became an issue in their life. Again, it's about bad choices here. And you know what's so funny? Key is right underneath that. And I didn't mention it before, but I have a few names in this deck here. And key also came up. Key could be the keys to something. Someone gave someone the keys to something. Or key could be a name. Key could be who someone invested in. If you know someone named Key or Keys, that could be who someone invested in here, trying to make someone jealous, and it backfired. It's turned out to be a bad investment. They did not pour into the person that they should have. Instead, they judged the person here. You see with those scales over this person. Instead, they judged this person. And turned out the person they poured into, the person they hired, the person they invested in, should have been the person who was being judged. They made a bad choice. Possibly someone named Key, an emperor here. So like a business owner here, someone who has some type of power, someone had some type of stability in their life. So business owner decided they was going to invest in someone else and judge you, and it didn't work. It didn't work. And if they thought they were going to make you jealous somehow with hiring this person here, it only set them back. So it not only didn't make you jealous, but it caused them a loss. And with this targeted individual here, this person who they hired, I feel like may have been doing something here to target you, to target your confidence. This was a person who was coming for your confidence. So this may have been a person working behind the scene to possibly spread rumors about you, working behind the scenes to cause you some type of loss. That way you'll feel some type of lack, feel like you're unworthy of having something here. It's a person who may have came for your looks. We'll see later on if body politicking comes out. This person may have definitely came for your looks here. Somebody could have thought their looks, their face card got them this position here. Somebody wasted their time, money, and energy into a person who turned out to be unworthy of even being in this position. A person I feel like who did not even qualify to be in this position here. Why they judge someone else. And so that's that choices. You know, we make choices every day. Someone made the wrong choice here. They definitely made the wrong choice. They made a mistake. But you know how you come back from that. They definitely made a mistake. I see a union here. That's what just popped out, a union. And so this person who may have chose another person here to invest in, you may be coming in some type of union with this person. For those of you who even want that, because this person chose someone else. They chose to invest in someone else here, and it didn't work out. And now it's like, okay, let me go back to what I left out to begin with. And some people look at that and say, no, you know, stay over there where you were. Discuss. Yeah. That's this person coming in trying to give you a cup here. This person trying to have some type of union with you. They're coming in now trying to give you something, and you're over it. Those 3 empty cups, that's, you know, they're empty. It's no celebration here. It was no celebration here. It's just a bunch of empty promises, a bunch of BS, and someone coming for the confidence of another person, someone trying to knock someone else down to make sure they stay on top, which tells me they lack themselves. They lack some type of mental, emotional compass here. They lack integrity. They lack in their morals. Person lack in their own confidence. When you feel like you have to come for somebody else's confidence so that people can look at you a certain way, so that you can be viewed a certain way in someone else's eyes. There's definitely a lot of lack in this person here that was chose. So maybe, I mean, if you're lacking in so many areas that aren't physically seen, then that it kind of tells me that maybe this person did hire this person based off what they had physically, because mentally they lack. Mentally, this person was without a lot of stuff. Had they looked deeper into this person and seen what they lack mentally, then they would have seen this person did not qualify to even be in whatever this was, whether that is a relationship or whether this was some type of job. They didn't qualify for this position. And so maybe someone's looks did get them this position. Maybe they felt like someone looked better with them than someone else did. But boy, did this backfire. Boy, did it backfire. When I see someone's walking away from something, all of those cups right there, they're just walking away from it. Cups, Queen of Cups right behind this. Someone could have been a water sign. Someone could have invested into a water sign, which was a bad investment here. They invested in a person based off the way they look, maybe the way they look together, and this person was mentally lacking everything. Mentally lacking everything. Emotionally lacking everything. This person only had looks. And that's how it ended up being a bad investment here. This person only had looks. Well, again, goes back to those choices. We have choices every day. Every day, all day, we are faced with choices. Whether to go left or whether to go right. You know, based off the choice that you make, there is either a lesson or a blessing in the situation. And in this case, there was lessons needed to be learned. Somebody had to go through a karmic lesson because of what they chose. Somebody had to lose here. Possibly even lose money, lose time, use energy invested into someone where it went nowhere. Looking at this card here, just sitting at the bottom of this deck here that I wasn't even trying to use yet. And remember what I said, this celebrations here, these are empty cups. It was no celebration here. Now somebody want to come in and give you something and you're disgusted with it. Someone wants to have some type of union with you and you're like, throw that cup somewhere else. I don't have time for that. That's because this is where the celebration was here. These three of cups here, but you can see now it's all poured out here. So there was celebration here. It was something in those cups, but it's gone now. Green stuff, blood here. Maybe someone fit in with someone's family here with that blood. I'm getting kind of family of someone. This could have been your family, or this could have been someone who they thought made a better fit with their family. When it came down to celebrations with the family, they thought this person may have fit in better here. This green stuff in this cup, with the green on, I get some type of like infection or something. Hopefully someone didn't give someone some type of infection here. Maybe some type of spiritual disease if this wasn't sexual here. Could have been some type of spell work done. They say don't eat the spaghetti. This person may have ate the spaghetti and decided they were going to invest into something that was a waste of time here. So maybe could have been a water sign that they invested in. And now they want to come back and have this union with you after they chose what they chose. And it did not go well. Look, I just cut the deck. I just literally just lift up a handful of cards. And what's their Leo? Someone could be a Leo. Someone could be a Leo. So maybe they invested in a water sign and they should have invested in a Leo. The water sign was a liability. Your Leo was an asset. I see siblings right here. So someone definitely could have been someone's sibling. Someone could have been someone's family. Someone could have been a better fit for their siblings. Take it however it resonates here. Definitely a naive person in this situation. Right behind it, I have better is a piece of bread where there is peace than a house full of feasting where there is quarreling. It kind of gives me someone's been eating with the enemy, There may have been a lot of fussing, a lot of fighting in this situation here. Again, because I feel like whoever this was lacked everything other than looks. Looks may have been the only thing this person had. Mentally, they were lacking. Confidence, they were lacking. And emotional intelligence, they were lacking. Maybe even intelligence, period. This person may have not been, it may or may not have been very bright. I see got a reading on you. Someone could have gotten a reading on you. Stock market crash. Somebody definitely lost some money here investing into someone. I see travel. Travel. Someone may have been traveling with the person here. Pull these cards to the side so I make sure I don't pull the same cards here. So now someone wants to come in and invest in the right thing here because they made the wrong choice. Question is, do you want to even accept whatever this is? Because someone here wants a union, but I see someone here isn't very enthused when it comes to receiving whatever this is. Chelsea. Chelsea could be significant here. And I'm just seeing water signs again. Envy. Envy. Crystal. Crystal could have been a name. Crystals could have been used here. I see candle magic. Like I said, that green stuff definitely could have been some type of magic being done. Crystals, candle magic here. Somebody definitely done something to help with this decision being made. Open reproof is better than concealed love. Somebody may have held back the love they had or the love they felt for you and went with another choice because they felt like that other choice was better fit for them and their family. Well, choices, you make choices. Maybe this is a choice they learned from, but whether or not, it's too late. That's another thing. Using others to make you jealous. I need to take that out because this is the second time it's come out. Somebody definitely trying to use someone to make you feel some type of way. They made this choice that they made. They invested in this person and they thought it would make you feel some type of way. They thought it would make you feel jealous here. They didn't know they were investing in a person who felt entitled here. They didn't know they was investing into a person who was lacking emotional intelligence here. They did not know that they were investing into a person who fake confidence. This was an insecure person here. They didn't know they invested into a person who lacked morals because this was a person, I see air signs here as well. This was a person who was coming for somebody else's confidence here. Water signs and air signs gotta have something to do with this. Water signs and air signs, Key and Chelsea. Remember their names that came out. Water signs and air signs. Let's see, bipolar disorder. I tell you, someone, it ain't funny. It's not funny. I'm laughing at the situation here. Someone definitely got, look, I can't make this up. I'm shuffling the cards. I seen bipolar disorder. And then I set the cards down so I could stop seeing flashes of different things. Look what was right at the top of the deck. Behavioral and emotional disorders here. Bipolar, depression, anxiety. Somebody definitely suffering from something mental here. But that's what they chose. That is what they chose to invest in. And boy, was it a mistake. was one of the first cards we pulled out. It said liability. This was a liability here. Or maybe I shuffled it back in. This was a liability here. This was something that cost them. If they got anything out of it, other than a good time, they lost much more than what they got out of it. I see life changing here. Life changing. Someone was definitely set in a, they felt entitled here to something here. They felt entitled to something. And they went for it. They used their little magic tricks, their little kitchen magic that they learned, and they went for it. And they won it over. Only thing is they didn't really qualify to be in that position because the position wasn't theirs, to be honest. It wasn't for them. It wasn't for them. And they got it in a very low ways. I'm hearing unscrupulous. I don't even use words like that. But that's what I'm getting, unscrupulous. So, let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, let me see. I gotta see the definition of unscrupulous. That's not gonna take long. Give me 1 second. Chelsea Key, water sign. Having or showing, look at that, y'all. Unscrupulous, having or showing no moral principles, not honest or fair. That's the definition of unscrupulous. I'm telling you, I have never in my life used that word, but that's what I was hearing right then. And it's no coincidence I was hearing that. That's exactly what this person was. That's who they invested in. An unscrupulous person. Having or showing no morals, a person that's not fair in their actions. And look what I see. I made a mistake. You sure did. So it's a person who feels like they made a mistake by investing into this person right here. And that's the truth. They did make a mistake by doing what they did, but it was a conscious choice that they made, and it wasn't based off anything that this person brought to the table other than looks. And that's how they got tricked. They looked at what was on the outside, felt like this person was a better fit for them, for their family, for the look they were trying to achieve by having this person. Meanwhile, this person they lacked morals, they lacked confidence, they lacked emotional intelligence. Like I said, they lacked everything. They had nothing else. They had nothing else. And it's a person who very well, this person could have had some type of love for you. But they concealed it and chose what they chose for the greater good, I'm hearing. So definitely somebody they felt like made fit in better with the crowd of people, whoever it was they were around. Again, someone definitely sleeping with the enemy here. Better is a piece of bread where there is peace than a house full of feasting where there is quarreling. entitled Pilates. That keep looking at me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it. Someone could do Pilates. Look right underneath it. That's why they wanted me to take it, so I could see what was underneath it. Death. Death here. I feel like more so this was an ego death someone had here. Because they chose this person based off their ego. And they thought by choosing this person, it was going to make you jealous, make you feel some type of way. Not knowing that they chose a person who was jealous of you. So how is you supposed to be jealous of a person or a situation when the person is jealous of you? That means you have those qualities that this person is lacking. And if the person is jealous of you, that means they even seen the fact that you had those qualities that they lack. And this is, again, I feel like this was where the candle magic came in at, because they had to do some extra stuff in order to get in where they fit in. They had to throw some extra stuff out there. When I said that, I heard throw some extra dirt. And so this person who could have very well been throwing dirt on your name. It's a person who could have been talking about you bad here. But it was like add the icing on the cake. Go ahead and I made a mistake out and this liability, because this is what it was. This was a bad investment somebody made, and now they feel like they made a mistake and they're going through an ego death here. They invested in someone who is heartless. This is avarice. Having or showing an extreme greed for wealth. This is somebody who was doing it for the money. Somebody who was doing it for the clout. They seen where they could get money here. I did see rags to riches at the beginning. So this is someone who's seen where they could get money from doing what they did. And so they went ahead and did whatever magic they had to do. Probably dressed real cute, paraded themselves around this person, and all of a sudden they got the position here. They got the position, you were left out of it. They were invested in, and now somebody's sitting back regretting that they even took the time out to invest in this person here. I just seen Burger King, Dairy Queen here. Loyalty. Loyalty. Brother sister duo. Someone could have definitely been siblings. I seen, that's the second time I seen something about siblings out. Chelsea again. Chelsea. I wouldn't even believe these. The two names that popped out, Chelsea and Key, those are my family members. And one of them, which is a sibling, the other is a niece. It's so strange. Out of all these cards, let me show y'all. Out of all these cards right here, certain ones would pop out like they did. Water sign and air sign. They water signs and air signs. So it's kind of, this resonates with me a lot, unfortunately. Look, I cut the deck. You inspire me to be a better person. Yeah, this person is going through an ego death. Now you inspire them to be a better person. They chose with their ego. They made a bad investment here. It backfired on them. They looking back, wishing they would have invested in somebody else. This is somebody who wants to come in and offer you something, but they know what it is they've done because they spent time celebrating with some people who had nothing to offer. And that's what they chose over you. And now someone wants to come in and have this union, and they want to come in and offer you something here, but they probably thinking about what their choices were. They're thinking about the mistake that they made, but it wasn't actually a mistake. It was a conscious decision that they made based on their ego, based on their ego. So somebody could have, again, it could have been offered a job. This could have been some type of relationship. They chose somebody who had a little mental illness. A little mental illness, and this, they chose somebody who was willing to do anything for clout. They chose somebody who was there strictly for the money, what they could receive, what they would look like by being in that situation. They chose somebody who was willing to, again, we already seen unscrupulous. It's a person who lacked morals, so they was willing to do whatever they had to do to get in that situation. Even fight against family members to get it, because this is what they wanted. This is a lifestyle here. This is what they wanted to live here. And somebody chose to give it to them. Maybe with the help a little bit of, a little magic thrown out there. But that's the choice that they made. They allowed their ego to make that choice. And I still see T.I. and Kiki. I need to pull those out. T.I. and Kiki. Look at it. I wish I could have showed y'all how something was just sticking out like this, and I just pulled it out after I shuffled it already in. And that's exactly what it was, what I just said I need to pull out. So again, T.I. could be, it could be a targeted individual here. You were a target. Yeah, if it resonate, y'all. And somebody was definitely a target here of somebody who didn't give a damn. They didn't care. As long as they got this, whatever this was, and this is a person who, this is no competition for you. This is a person who should never even been placed on the same level as you, but they were, because they lack every single thing. They had nothing but probably a cute face, maybe a nice body. So it makes you wonder, what kind of business person is this? You look at nothing else but the way somebody looked. I mean, what are you running, a strip club? All they gotta have is the looks. What kind of business you running? So maybe this wasn't a business. Maybe this was some type of relationship. Again, Burger King, Dairy Queen. Someone here with that Dairy Queen, I get that Ice Princess. Someone with no morals, someone willing to do anything for clout, willing to do anything to get a position, willing to step on any toes, willing to destroy anybody in the process just to get something. And with that Burger King here, I'm getting someone whose crown is worn based off the people who like them, based off the people who feed into them, based off the people around them who look up to them, and the people around them look up to them based off what they have. It's a person who has something here, and they were used for that, exactly that. Exactly that, Capricorn. They were used for exactly that, what it is they had. Someone from the past. Somebody, they could have been dealing with someone from the past, or this could be someone from your past. So when I look at this Two of Cups here, and I always see this lion with these wings, and whatever this is, it's attached to, coming in between these two people exchanging something. I feel like someone purposely came in between someone, because remember I said someone actually had some type of love for someone, but they pushed it to the side in order to choose what they chose. Someone came in between someone in the situation here. Either came between someone and their money, a job situation, or they came between someone and a love situation here. And it was all based off money, all based off what this person could get here. And now I see this is a change of position, but there's also a judgment being called. Someone's being judged heavily for what it is they're doing. And if it's not judged by their peers, this is this is judgment from God. This is somebody about to get some karma for whatever this is that they've done here. But this is also a card of change of position. Change of position, but we already seen someone feels like they made a mistake. Someone wants to come in and offer you something now. But you're not that enthused to take whatever it is. You're completely disgusted with the situation because you probably see what it is they chose. And even if it's something they've been hiding, you know that is something wrong here. You know that you should have had something a long time ago. You know that a choice was made here. And if you're intuitive, you probably pick up on what it is, what's going on. Empress, Empress, a parent could have been involved here. So two things. A parent could have been involved here, helping encourage this situation. Whatever the choice was made out of ego, it could have been encouraged here by a parent. Hopefully it wasn't your own parent going against you here. This is a card of ignorance here, a card of hurtfulness. There was definitely a lot of that's what was going on in the background here. Ignorance, hurtfulness. Again, because somebody had no morals. They didn't care how they had to come at you in order for them to win this situation. On another note, you could be the Empress. This person they could have pretty much sacrificed what they could have had with an Empress based off the good time they had with this person. You know, they sacrificed what they could have had with the Empress for short-lived celebration here because it's no more celebration. Those cups all emptied out. There's no more good time in this situation. So they sacrificed longevity for temporary. Give me some light. Look at the card came out. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. The evil side of wealth. That's what this was. The evil side of wealth. People doing things with money, for money. They had that temporary satisfaction. It's over now. Things aren't happy like they started off. No, opposition, deceit here. It's your ops. Use your ops. That's what this person chose to deal with. Your ops. Showing up feeling hesitancy. I feel like this is you because this person wants to come in and they may even come in and try to offer you that cup. This is you. This is how you feel now. You don't really want it. It's like, what am I going to do with this now? After you've had such a good time with the choice that you made, now when it's all said and done, when it's dead, now you want to come over here and look at me and try to have a good time with me, or try to use me for what it is that I know, for what it is that I could possibly help you with, what you couldn't get out of this person. This person was there for a good time. This person was there for the money. Someone could be in a same-sex situation here. They could definitely, they could have been dealing with someone who was bisexual. So the partying, a good time could have been like sexcapades going on. Remember when I said that green stuff? Someone could have gotten an STD out of the situation. Someone's definitely conceited. We already said that person felt entitled. That person feels like, this is a person who feels like they one up you. This is one of those people who feel like they one up you. They took what was supposed to be yours. They face card proved more valid than yours. They could say that, but it was also spell work in the situation here. With STDs here, it was also some type of sexual situation, so it was spell work. If you hadn't slept with this person and then this person came along and was willing to throw it back on them, there was that. There was the fact this person felt like they made a better fit for them, I guess whatever they were trying to look like, better fit with the family here. I see your hometown people were jealous. Or you could have had some people throwing salt on your name here. This person, they listen to everybody around them. They went for what looked good in the situation while you had people targeting you and trying to make you look bad. And this person seeming to fit in with everybody while you seem to be the outcast and nobody liked you. So they chose what they chose here. I see lawsuit. Lawsuit, Aquarius, evil eye here, but I cut the deck on lawsuit. So why would you have a lawsuit? Because somebody chose someone else? Or is it because of what was done in a process of choosing someone else? Remember when I said this person, they have no morals, so they did whatever they had to do. And so this could mean slander. This could be defamation of character here. They could have been doing other things behind the scene here. I don't know what this lawsuit came out for. Mother-in-law. When I said that person's mother may have had something to do with it, your mother or their mother here, could have been something this person was doing behind the scene here. A lawsuit could be with the mother-in-law. Therapy. Of course, somebody needs some type of therapy. But I don't know how therapy is going to fix like a sense of entitlement. How is therapy going to fix money hungry, gold digger? It may help with their bipolar tendencies here, because that came out twice. Mental and behavioral issues here. Therapy may help with that, but it's not going to help a gold digger stop being a gold digger. Therapy may help with their depression, their feelings of lack, which will make them feel like they have to do the absolute most to try to be in a position that didn't even belong to them. Have faith. This for you. Saying have faith in the situation, have faith in the outcome. All things are working for your good. So whatever this is, whatever these people chose over you, whatever they decided to invest in that blew up in their face, have faith, because at the end, this is going to work out for you. Even if it has nothing to do with these people who evidently chose each other, who invested in each other, you may get something bigger and better than this whole entire situation. Because evidently this man has something to offer here. Maybe you'll get someone who has even more to offer than this man. This was in a situation here. Envy. Somebody envied you. They envied you. They envied your life. They envied the people you were able to attract. They envied your intelligence here. You are the winner. You are the winner. So I don't know if you're going to decide to take whatever this is that someone's trying to offer you, because I completely understand why you wouldn't want it after everything. Why you would tell them to shove it. I get it. Even if you don't take what they have to offer, you're not going to be in a situation where you're going to lack something because you didn't take what they have to offer. You not taking this is not going to be your end all be all here. It's just going to, you'll get something better. I guarantee you, whatever is waiting, if you decide not to take this, is going to be much better than this. Because they did make a choice, and they chose someone else. And it may have been based on a little bit of magic being done. It may have been based on everybody else's opinion of you, maybe based on some lies they were hearing about you, but it's not their, it's not your fault they listened. It's not your fault they went with it. It's not your fault that they were so focused on what everybody else thought of them making a decision for themselves. But it is a lesson, like I said at the beginning, everyone has choices. And with those choices that you make, it's going to be either a lesson or a blessing. Unfortunately for them, they made a choice and they wind up having to learn some lessons from it. Because they turned down their blessing for their lesson. But it's not, can't necessarily say it was a bad thing, because if there's lessons you need to learn, then you're going to learn it. you're going to have to get that lesson one way or the other. And evidently that was a lesson you needed, or he needed to learn. Whoever he or she, switch the roles wherever they go. See, losing fight here. Embarrassment, anxiety. So what this person feels embarrassed. The person they chose could be embarrassed because they did absolutely anything to be placed in a situation they know wasn't for them. The person who did the choosing could be embarrassed now. So I said this person feels like they made a mistake. This is the person who now wants to make up for their mistake and choose what they left out initially. Somebody's here embarrassed. I don't know. Embarrassment is not going to help you. And forbid you had to go through anything while these people were out celebrating together. Forbid you were going through any type of hardship, because that would make it a lot worse. That's why you're just disgusted when this person comes through with this cup. Because how dare you leave me out going through whatever it is I may have been going through to celebrate with something. Ooh, I want to say some things, but just people, fun girls, I'll say that. That'd be nice. To celebrate with some fun girls who had absolutely nothing to offer. Negligence, absence, vanity. That's what you got here. Unscrupulous. So funny that I would hear that word. Like, what the world is unscrupulous? And then it falls right in the lines of what I'm talking about. That's them. Your spirit guys connecting. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So, oh yeah. Ooh, almost an hour. I'm gonna end it here. I'll be back.